along with my partner, Chris Singleton. I'm John Shambi. The headliner in this one, Singy, the league leader in OPS. First pitch. All right, ready to get underway. Tyler Freeman digging in for the Rockies. And we are underway in game one of the series. A little bit high. Ball one. Berrios, the former Gold Glove winner, 31 years old, and he was born in Puerto Rico. Freeman hits it in the air. Varsho takes it in for the out. And a quick out, number one. So digging in, Mickey Moniak.
That's a ball.
Late swing, foul to the left. The 1-1. Swing and a miss.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
On the ground. Guerrero takes it himself. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight. Hunter Goodman digs in now. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. I talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
And that's the 3rd out. Back now in Toronto. And towing the slab for Colorado in this one, Ryan Feltner. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Out, number 2. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. 2 homers in the game yesterday, so he's feeling good coming in.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Out to center. Doyle moving under this one. And that is that. Back here at Rogers Center. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Jordan Beck digging in for the Rockies. Bunt attempt. Popped up. Brings it in. And there's one down. Next to hit, Ezekiel Tovar. Swing and a ball popped up. Guerrero gets under it. And there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Edouard Julien, the next to hit. Foul ball. Julien with a homer in his last game. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out. Back now in Toronto. And now the Toronto cleanup hitter, Dalton Varsho.
Yeah.
That's off the mark. Ball 1. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Now he's challenging the called strike.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there. And he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. That one missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
On the ground, right side. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Great effort, but no throw. That's an infield single. One gone, runner at first. Miles Straw next up for the Blue Jays. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Out towards right center field, and it falls. Runner holds up at second. 2 aboard now. Here's the left fielder, Jesus Sanchez.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
2 on, 1 out. On the ground, right side, but it kicks foul. Line, and that's a base hit. Runner around third. He'll score. The Blue Jays take the lead.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
Ernie Clement swings through it for strike 1. And a foul ball. Runners at the corners, 1 away. Bottom half of inning number 2. Outside corner, got him looking. Batter challenges in a very big spot.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that is foul. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Throws to second for 1. On to first, double play. So 1 run in the inning on this base. Top half of the 3rd inning. So in now for Colorado, Brenton Doyle. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Check swing, hit on the ground. Fires to first in time. This is Willie Castro.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Late that time, and it's strike 2. On the ground to third. Slinging it to first in time. Now the left fielder, Jake McCarthy. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass.
There it was. Oh, here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Two down, nobody on. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Ripped to right. He makes the grab, and that is that. 9. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. McCarthy takes it in for the out. And there's 1 away. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. George Springer now at the plate. There's a swing and a miss. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Has room, and he makes the catch. Two down, bases empty. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 1 so far. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This looks like extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
He was all over that one. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Sneaks through, base hit. Vladdy coming around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2. 2 outs, runner at first. Dalton Varsho will hit next. He's 0 for 1.
Ball 1.
And that is cut on and missed. And the count is 1-2.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make.
Meanwhile, this pitch gets away. And that is the inning. Back here at Rogers Center, here's the Rockies leadoff hitter, Tyler Freeman.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Out to short. Throw to first in time.
Up next for Colorado.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Mickey Moniak. This one ripped, but foul to the right. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Varsho moving back for it. And gone out to the deepest part of the field. A soaring shot to center. One down. And here's the catcher, Hunter Goodman. A little out front there as he swings through it. Next offering is fouled back. And a base hit into right. And the tying run is on base.
Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Beck batting with one down, takes a strike. In the air out to center. Snags it on the run. And there's 2 away. So up next, Ezekiel Tovar. First time up was a pop out.
Nope. That's
A lot of
inside.
pitchers have caught on to how good he is hitting the first pitch. Smart to avoid the zone right there.
Aye.
Tying run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. Little dribbler up along third. And a foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. And it's bottom of the 4th. And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. That one ripped right center field. Way back there. It's got a chance. Can't reach it. It finds the gap. And a good start to the inning. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Digging in, Miles Straw. This one in the air center field. And there's one down. So now with one away and a man at second, Jesus Sanchez digs in now. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Way inside, gets out of the way. In the air to left center, Doyle flying after this one. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Into center. Makes the grab on the run. And that back now in Toronto. We go to the top of the 5th. Edouard Julien digging in for the Rockies. Check swing called strike. 0-1. Liner, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
That's the ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And fouled off. That just misses. Full count now.
That's a really good take.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
So a walk puts runners at first and second. Castro in the box, lays off for ball 1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And that'll load the bases.
Up
next for Colorado, Jake McCarthy. Golden opportunity right here. Fastball for a strike.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, can't be over anxious. That pitcher's up against the wall. Make him come to you.
Stays alive. Called out on strikes. And that is a big first out. All loaded up. Here's Tyler Freeman to hit. That one at 95 missed up top. And that's ball 1. That's ripped into the outfield. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. In from third is the tying run. And he moves up a base. So 2 away with runners at the corners. Moniak, the next to hit, takes ball 1. The Jays trying to keep this a 2-2 game. And we're at the top of the 5th. Fought off foul. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Inning over. Bottom of the inning. And now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez.
Well, the game plan for this offense has been pretty clear. They're being aggressive at the plate, but still finding ways to pick their spots without falling into the habit of being over.
This ball is hammered deep center field. Way back there. On its way. Out of here. That's worth the price of admission. His first homer of the year, and that's how they take the lead. It's 3-2.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach.
Springer at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. And a big swing and a miss.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. It's going to really have to bear down.
Raced into left. That's a base hit. Back-to-back hits, and they were hit hard. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 2.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses.
Springer on the run. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Here's a 1-1. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Julien takes it in for the out. One down. One out man at first. Alejandro Kirk getting ready to hit.
Boo, we talked earlier about what
Springer on the run. Pitch misses. Throw to second and great jump. The 1-0.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Crush, left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. And Captain Kirk goes deep. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to the lead. It's 5-2. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Swings through that one for strike one. Already 3 runs across in the frame. Last half of inning number 5.
Ball.
And that one is lifted in the air. Doyle under it. And there's 2 down. Here's the third baseman, Addison Barger. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Two down, nobody on. Oh, and he hit him.
That ball hit him.
So up next for Toronto, Miles Straw. And there's a ball. Stirring in the Colorado bullpen, Chase Stolander. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. Number 58 also getting ready. Barger leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Dives and he can't hang on. Flips it behind his back to first. But it's not in time. Base hit. Now it's going to be Jesus Sanchez. Line drive. And makes the grab. And the inning is over. But 2 round trippers in this. Back at the ballpark. Let's take a look at some of the moments that stand out to us. And the batter now, Hunter Goodman. Ball 1 there. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
So.
Ripped on a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Now he'll turn for second. In safely.
Baby up.
It's a double, and his second hit.
Love how he
Baby
let
out
the
yet?
ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job.
There you go, hospital yet?
Away.
And next is the
don't wanna
designated
go
hitter, Jordan Beck.
You have a good sleep?
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Base hit! Rounds third, headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 5-3. Now Ezekiel Tovar. That one a little bit high, and that is ball 1.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0-fer to start the season and get into a slump.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there. Brenton Doyle digging in for the Rockies.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball over the ground.
Cereal.
Line drive, base hit. In to score from third. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Late on that fastball.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
Sets him down looking.
Well, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Clement moving under it. And that's the third out. So it's 2 runs. Back here at Rogers Center, their offense has produced a lot of hits. So far as we see from the spray chart.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
Clement in the box for the third time today as he takes that one off the plate. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And the 1-0. That one fouled off. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Way high there, and it's 2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Slings to first in time. Here's Andres Jimenez. He's already homered here in this one. And a strike on the outside edge. Jimenez wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. And it's going to stay a strike. Still one challenge left for them. Next offering is fouled back. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 0-2. In the air to left center. McCarthy on the move. 2 down. Here comes the manager. New pitcher in the game for the Rockies, Chase Dollander. This is his first appearance of the season. Springer now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. And it's fouled away. 2 down, nobody on. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1 for 3. And that's off the outside edge. And that's ball 1. Inside, just missed. Hit in the air, left field. McCarthy under it, and that'll do it.
Yeah.
One left. Back now in Toronto. We go to the top of the 7th. Tyler Freeman digging in for the Rockies. Gets under it and pops it up. And that's foul. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Base hit right field. And that puts the tying run on base.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
0-1 now. Yeah, that's fouled off.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Makes the grab. One out man at first. And now the catcher comes up to him. Runner on the go. Cut on and miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal.
And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the tying run is now only 90 feet away.
I think he surprised everyone in the ballpark, and especially the pitcher. It wasn't a great lead there, but when he took off, I think he caught him off guard. Nice job to get to third.
On the ground to the left. And it's just foul. That was close. That's inside. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. On the ground to third. Barger zips it to first. Tie ball game as they get the second out, but the run scores. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jordan Beck. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering is fouled back.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. On a line out towards center. And that is that. Set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
Well, I say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
And that one pulled foul. Dolander, a righty that throws with power. 24 years old, a former first-round pick in 2023. Swings and misses. One away. Big time out leading off the home 7th. At the plate, Dalton Varsho. That one not close. Ball 1.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Doyle takes it in for the out. That's out number 2. Now the third baseman, Addison Barger. Swing and a foul out of play. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch. Down in order. Back here at Rogers Center.
Now pitching for the Blue Jays, number 63, Braden Fisher.
And he grounds one to the right side. Slings to first in time. Edouard Julien will hit next. And that one fouled off. Here's the 0-1.
Ball, that's in.
All tied up, and we're at the top of the 8th. Late with the swing there.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. So in now for Colorado, Brenton Doyle. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Aye.
And that drops in for a strike. This one in the air, center field. Varsho settles underneath it. And that is that.
He wants to be close to me.
So they make short work of them there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. We're all tied up,
Good boy.
5-5. Bottom of the 8th. And now for the Jays, Miles Straw. Fouled off. He was late.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
The 0-1. High fly ball out to center field. Takes it in for the out.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
Sanchez in the box with one away as he takes ball 1. Here's a high chopper. Julien steps on the bag. That's out number 2. Ernie Clement, the next to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. That is the inning. It's the back now in Toronto. All set to start the 9th in this one. Willie Castro digging in for the Rockies. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Now here is Jake McCarthy. Fought off foul. Here comes the 0-1. And he lays down a bunt. Down the line, and it's foul. Struck him out looking.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
Strike 2.
All right, there's number 8, 1 away.
Liner snagged it first. 1, 2, 3. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Victor Vodnik. This is his 3rd time out this year. Jimenez, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. In the air to left center. McCarthy gets there. He's under it. 1 away. Here's George Springer. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Typically, that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Trying to send this extra innings. In the air, right field. And that will end the inning. Back here at Rogers Center, we're in extras here. Mickey Moniak digging in for the Rockies. Nice grab, and they get the out. Big play there to get the leadoff man.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a hit.
This one in the air, center field. Got a good jump on it, tracks it down. Here comes the runner from third. Play at the plate, safe, and they take the lead. So no one on after the sac fly. Jordan Beck digging in for the Rockies.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
Varsho under it, and that is that. So they scratch across a run on no hits. Back here in extras, and a new pitcher on the mound in the bottom half of the inning, Jimmy Herget. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Alejandro Kirk digs in now. He's already homered in this game. Oh, he doesn't get the call, and that's ball one. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone, so they get to hang on to their second challenge. So the tying run at second. That clips the zone. 0-2 now.
He's falling behind in a huge spot, Boog. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
Way inside. Ground ball right side. Freeman tossed to first. But the tying run moves up to third, so they'll be happy with that. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a drive. Back there. On its way. Ball game.
To extra innings, it seems like every guy's trying to come up with the big swing to hit the homer and end the ball game. Well, he did it. Huge swing of the bat, and we're all headed home.
One-run game here today. Your final score, 7-6. A one-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
If you don't want to say something, if you don't want to say something, if you don't want to say something, if you don't
No todo vamos a cobrar. Estuve abajo, me patearon, no me voy a olvidar. Firme con mi pie plantado, yo nunca me voy a arrodillar. No te escucho, dilo con el pecho si me vas a hablar. No te escucho, dilo con el pecho, estás hablando con el voz. Estamos saltándonos aquí, los platos dan pa' dos. Si la prendo molotov, man, estamos aquí, todos los míos están on go. Todos los míos on go. Ellos me ven de frente sonriendo, pero
ay, ay.
Los pongo a bailar la pelúa. El que no baile que lo despelucan. No me cuquen, lean los números pa' que se eduquen. Yo no hago canciones, hago himnos pa' que no caduquen. En este género yo fui un Hadouken. Ey, y se extinguieron como en los dinosaurs. Antes que me apague, se apaga el sol. Subimos y rompimos el ascensor. El prepa que les tiro Balfasol. Conejo, ahora los miro de arriba y de lejos. Ey, no contesto DM, no. Hablen con mi manejo, pero él también va a pichar. Te juro que yo no me quise embichar. Ey, pa' mi crush, shh, ya me aburraste. Y yo así soy Milly sin usar Richard. Yankee se retira y vamos a switchar. Voy a ser el jefe, me van a fichar. Mi nombre por siempre se va a escuchar porque estoy en mi pick. Estoy en mi pick. Soy un rey, campeón, busca el ti. Estoy en mi pick. Estoy en mi pick. Mírame lo que me convertí. Le molesta mi premio de compositor, pero es que ya nadie compone ninguna. Esta gente escribe en sus canciones, o no se emocionen. El disco más vendido de este año lo llevé para la escuela. Todo el mundo tratando de hacerle secuela. Siguen en la fila, nadie se me escuela.
Chequi morena, chequi morena, Bad Bunny se llevó todos los premios.
Ustedes pagando pa' irse virales, yo pegando temas sin hacerle promo. La gente se pregunta cómo, desde chamaquito, ¿sabes cómo somos? Nunca pido tenki. Yo soy Coco, ustedes Viking. Busca el T tirándome un breaking, estoy en mi pick. Mi voz soy Bill en mi pick. Soy un rey, campeón, busca el T. Estoy en mi pick. Y voy a seguir en mi pick. Mírame, que tú qué, tú eres feca.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Ni voy a frontear, dale repeat, pa' que vea que estoy bien.